What's going on, everyone? This is Eric, and we're going to be going over the games from Boston this past weekend. And we're going to look at it from a statistical perspective. And the good news is, I think we got all three games in this week recorded. I know we were missing one maybe a couple of tournaments ago. Usually, when I don't want to get too into it, but there's one particular streaming service that does a really good job of getting everything, and we use them for this week. Um, anyway, so as is usually the case with this age group in general, there's a little of everything. The reason why is because there's such a big variance in the teams that you play at 16 that sometimes you're just going to run into to buzzsaws, and sometimes you're going to dominate, and it's difficult to get those really real good competitive matchups. But when you do, it's really cool. Um, so, a couple of things. Let's again try to focus on the stats here. Again, this is what we're looking for as we pull up this white Mamba game. Um, th- Effective field goal percentage. We're looking from you guys to have 50%, 50% effective field goal percentage. Turnover rate, we want to keep below 20, and offensive rebound percentage, we want to have above 30. And if you want to see what a 30-point loss looks like, this is what it looks like. When you're 18% below in field goal percentage, a full 12% above in turnover rate, and not getting enough offensive rebounds, it's going to lead to a nightmare, which is what this was. Now, I didn't watch the whole game. I'm gonna leave it to you, to rhetorically answer this. I mean, okay, are you beating them? Maybe not, but were you 30 points worse than them? Was there a way that this game did not have to be a 30-point game? I don't know. I wasn't there, and I didn't watch it. I mean, I just watched little clips, whatever. Well, let's take a look. Let's see if we dive into this a little bit. Let's look at the shot chart. Let's see if we can get any information from the shot chart that could help. Okay. Well, if you're going to take one, two, four, six, seven bad twos out of 39, uh, you don't have too much to whine about. You have to at least put yourself in a position where if you are making shots, that they're going to be good shots to take, and you want to keep these to a minimum. Now, remember last week, you guys are my heroes. You gave me like perfect shot chart, one perfect shot chart, I think, or was that the other team? I keep forgetting. But this week, I mean, these you just can't win like this, right? Not to mention, I mean, going 5 for 16 from at the rim. I'm only going to presume that these guys were really huge. Let's take a look at some of these misses. I mean, is this guy that big? Hang on. I mean, I saw the score. I mean, okay, that one you made. Let's see some of these others. Let's see, Jordan. No, I honestly don't get this. I mean, I didn't watch this, but I mean, you're really supposed to be missing that against these guys. These guys, I mean, are these guys that good? Maybe they are. They don't look that way. I mean, is this a game you guys are supposed to lose by 30 points? I mean, you tell me. Let's look at these others, I guess. You want to look at these misses from over here? Let's see. I mean, is this against? This is a fast break, right? What, all right. So this is a make. Maybe I'm hallucinating. But like when I'm just looking, what I see, at least athletically on the court, it doesn't seem like you should be losing by 30. I don't know. I don't know. Um, Okay, let's take a look at the box score. Can't imagine anybody did anything, but let's. Nick was 2 for 5 from three, and everybody just missed everything. I mean, but it's these misses at the rim that concern me. And Jadis seven turnovers. Wait, you're 0 for 1, and what kind of? Hold on, let's take a look at these. I mean, obviously this is not your best day, but I mean, let's. Chris not at this game. I wonder if this is the first time Chris is seeing this because I have to say I know that Tom was there for this. Yeah, I mean Mike's going a little nuts here, and I don't blame him. This is pretty nuts. Am I silly to suggest that you actually could have been better than this team? No, is that asking for too much? I don't know. I don't care. I want to play. I want to play these guys again. I'm not interested in this result. I'm really not. I don't understand this one at all. And I'm pretty good. I'm pretty reasonable about giving you guys a break for playing good teams and whatever it is. I don't want to pull up the results to see how these get. I want to pull up the results. Maybe I'm just stupid. Hang on. Maybe I'm just stupid. And this is the best team. Hang on. Events, filters. I want to pull up the results. Sorry about this, but I just have to know. I just have to know here if this team ended up winning the whole thing here. So teams, or if they went 4-0 at least. So let's look at these teams have the scores. Hold on. So 16U, Team White Mamba. Yeah, I guess so. All right, fair enough. But I mean, okay, let's. I know this is you can't really do the math on this, but Team Wamba beat Genesis by 10. Okay, Team Mamba beat Genesis by 10. They won. You can look at this. Okay, Team Mamba beat Genesis by 10, 61-51. And how did I guess you lost to them by 10 also. I mean, not that necessarily means anything, but I don't know. All right, we're gonna get back to the City Ross game in a second because I really want to spend a little time on that. Let's look at the Genesis game here, and let's take a look at the stats. So your effective field goal percentage was a little poor, 45%. So you're really going to have to make it up in other areas to be able to win this type of game. The good thing is the turnover rate was low, 11%, which is good. Offensive rebound percentage was close, but I mean, again, you just need the 50% effective field goal percentage to win these types of games, and you lost by about 10. Let's take a look at the shot chart. Shot chart was poor. Well, okay, 6 bad 2s, actually not bad. So 7 bad 2s out of 58. Again, I'd rather you have 0 if you want to know the truth. But you know what? Here's another little bad habit here. What are all these misses at the rim? Take a look at these. I mean, are these skill issues or focus issues? Well, let's see some of these. Oh, I don't know what that is. Okay. Um, but we want to keep these a little lower than this. Let's look at uh the stats or the box score. Genesis game. Good job, Christian. 2 for 3 from three. That's excellent. And only one turnover. I like that. Nick was cold. Kyle, 5 for 8 from three. Jake Elwood just came back to play, but didn't come back to make anything. I'm sure that you'll come around, Jake. Not a big deal. Another tough day for Jadis. That's all right. Keep hustling. Johnny, I prefer you be a little more active. Pablo's 0 for 5. Well, I mean, I got bad news for you guys. Pablo's 0 for 5. Jordan only took 3 shots. Jordan made a three. What are you doing even taking? Okay, so something is off here. So we had to. Jordan's got to get more shots. Pavlos has to be more active. But at least he took care of the ball. Pavlos is 3 turn. All right, Pavlos, let's go. Let's take a look at your 3 turnovers. Let's see what we got. Ooh, okay. I don't know who deserves that one. Okay, so I mean, with all of that said, okay, I also would like to say that this game against City Rocks that you played was one of the best games statistically in in all of Crown. Okay, us pull this up a second. I'm glad we got this game to show you what you guys are capable of, and yet at the same time show you what you need to work on. You guys had an effective field goal percentage of 64%. Okay, that is next level shit. Okay, and the only way that you can make that happen, right? If I'm not mistaken, let's take a look at the shot chart from this game. This is why you can get a 65% effective field goal percentage when you get rid of all of this. Okay. Show me a game where you have one bad two and you got a shot. Okay. To put up a really, really big number. So this is excellent, excellent stuff. Okay. However, you have this 25% turnover rate. I mean, you could have beaten this team by 15. Okay. And they're not bad. But 25% turnover rate. I mean, you got to put this all together. Offensive rebound percentage was low as well. So your peripherals were bad, but you made up for it with some really, really nice shooting. And more to the point, really like just exceptional shot selection. All right, let's take a look at the box score. There we go. Kyle, 3 for 4 from three. Nick, 3 for 4 from three. Literally no complaints here, except all these turnovers. So whose turnovers do we want to look at here? We've given Jadis enough grief for today. Let's look at Kyle's. How about that? What is that? What is that? Was it an offensive foul they called that? Let's see this. Yeah, I guess so. Ooh, very weak, Kyle. That was weak. Definitely better than that. And this is kind of got caught in the muck. But overall, I mean, seriously, you guys have it in you, first of all, from a basketball IQ perspective, to make these great decisions as far as shot selection. So you keep that up and you got a shot. Okay. Um, all right, let's take a look at some statistics for the season. So first of all, we'll take a look at the team for the season. Let's see if we're over 50. No, we're a little behind. I mean, that's why we're going to struggle, to win these tournaments. Is if we don't get this effective field goal percentage above 50, and the way you do that, as you've shown you can do, right, is take really, really good shots, and you have that in you. Turnover rate, 20% is not the end of the world. So as long as we keep it under that, that's fine. 30% offensive rebound percentage is fine. So all we need to do is just increase this effective field goal percentage a little bit, but you already have this idea of where you're supposed to be shooting. So that's good news. Let's take a look at the individuals. And again, what we're looking for from an individual, if you want a 50% effective field goal percentage, is either 50% from two or 33% from three. So let's just take a look and see who we have. From two, Jordan doing a great job around the rim. Nick, very good. Nick and Kyle, this is not easy finishing with playing the way you guys play. So this is very good. From three, looks like Kyle and Christian are the ones that are really are above the 33%. But also, well, Ryan's close enough. Nick needs to beef it up just a little bit. So I mean, overall, you guys are just kind of you're fine. But to compete at the higher levels, you just need to, I would say, make more shots in kind of a nasty way, but pretty much. And again, you got to be really sticklers for this shot selection business. It's just the math. It really, really is. And that's something you can control. You control shot selection to some degree. If you're too small to get rebounds, well, okay, what are you gonna do? Okay? But the turnover rate you can also control. I mean, you can slow it down. You can make better passes, make better decisions. That's the type of thing you can control as well. So I think we have what do you have a House of Sports thing this weekend, and then live period. Going to be interested to see how you guys do. As I said, the 16s, that age group is ripe with variance. So you get a decent draw, you might go some places. It's pretty much all I have. I guess I'll see you guys at practice. Was it Wednesday maybe? And that's it.